PoGo City Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to PoGo City Radio Live. I am Andrew Bedlam here with my man $4 Sean. You guys are hearing some new Parasitix to be released on the Split with One-Sided Take to the Streets. The link is in the description to pre-order. Click it now. There we go. Finally, something new from the Parasitix right there. That song was recorded a while ago, months and months ago.
Yes.
And it is going to be released.
To get permission to actually play it.
Wow, Sean's batting 1,000. He's pretty stoned tonight. That's all he said for the past 5 minutes. But last weekend, Paul finally said we could play the new tracks.
We could play the new tracks.
Because we're releasing them on PoGo City Records. It'll be our second hard copy release. The first one was the one-sided sampler with Adderall and Wicket that was hand-cut by Freaky Frankenstein. Definitely hit them guys up for some short-run records. They're out of Massachusetts or something like that. But Freaky Frankenstein vinyl or something like that, but this time we're using United Records, and this is an actual pressed vinyl record, and it's going to be pink, yellow, and clear splattered vinyl. Parasitix on one side, one-sided on the other. You guys just heard one of the tracks. If you go back to last week's episode, we had a lot of fun in our Who Has the Bigger Influence on Today's Scene, the UK or the New York episode. We played the other new Parasitix song in that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also good. But you were saying you ran into Paul at the show last week. But
yes.
Before we get there, tonight's theme, we are going to get into a little deep dive in a bit. Sid Vicious. Now, we're going to go over some of the history, but everybody knows the history of Sid Vicious and the Sex Pistols. We're going to talk about it a little, but really we want to get into, me and Sean going to rewrite history a bit, and we're going to change the story, and instead of Sid dying or possibly going to prison, we're going to say none of that ever happened, and we want to talk about what would have been had Sid not died in 1979. You know what I mean? And we'll get there later. First, we'll talk some about the Sex Pistols, but we got some other business to attend to first, and still everybody pretty upset about Rob, who died from Scranton. Rob Sanchez on Facebook. His real name was Rob Walensky, but yeah, from Scranton. He was setting up the next March 26th show in somewhere right outside of Scranton. It's some weird Elephantitis or some shit. I don't know. Elephanty or some shit, but it's like a suburb of Scranton. The show's still going on, but now it's a benefit for him, money going to his family. There's also a GoFundMe link floating around Facebook, and it's on our Facebook, not in the description. I couldn't find it, but go grab it, and they really need the help with the funeral arrangements, with the show on the 26th. All the door money is going to Rob's family, and also it looks like we got the order in time. Johnny and Chris, I think, from Do It Now Designs out of Philly, printing up just 25, all we could afford right now. Well, 25 of the shirts that Rob designed. It's the album cover art. The Parasitix track that we opened with is on that album. It's that artwork, the Take to the Streets album. We are going to have 25 shirts at the March 26th show. Now, these shirts have been available for pre-order just along with the album, but they weren't printed yet, and you can still order them with the link in the description. But when you buy the shirt at the memorial show, we're going to donate the profits to Rob's family as well, and this will be after the funeral. The funeral is actually Sunday, and yeah, it's pretty much open to the public. We'll have to bring up the details, but they've been posting all about it. Yeah, bring up. All right, yeah, it's open to the public, so we can talk about it on here. It's Rob's funeral.
So Rob's funeral is going to be at Duffy and Snowden Funeral Home, 1810 Sanderson Ave, Scranton, PA 18509, Sunday, March 6th, 2022, from 4 to 7 p.m.
Yeah, it really sucks. Leaves behind a daughter, and yeah, trying to raise some money for the family. Like we said, we're releasing a couple of the shirts early that he designed. There might be a little memorial to him on it. I'm not positive about that. There'll be the red shirts with the black ink, and yeah, when you buy them at that memorial show, donating the profits to his family. Parasitix also on the bill.
Yes.
We were actually hoping that
Aaron's going to be pulling double duty that night.
Just like on the 7-inch. We were hoping at one time this could be the record release, but United Records really backed up. We're in the queue. But remember, you can pre-order the album, and if you pre-order the album, you can get a discount on the shirt, but also you'll get some free stickers and pins for pre-ordering, and you'll get the album early because whenever we get the albums, we'll be mailing them out to the pre-order people before they're for sale everywhere. So, yeah, go and pre-order them. But yes, it came on as I opened the window there. That was a video posted to PoGo City Radio's timeline from a different account, but it's someone from the band. They're called Terroristic Threat. Really like them a lot. Terroristic is spelled with a K at the end, not a C. Terroristic Threat. I haven't looked around too much. Like I said, they posted this video on Pogo City's timeline, so even more of a reason for you to go to @Pogo City Radio on Facebook and give it a like and check out that song some more. Try and get some more content from those guys. But yeah, Terroristic Threat. Thanks for hitting us up, guys.
I like that song a lot.
They said
they love
the programming, they love the content, and they said we like the track. And I was like, fuck yeah, this is fucking kick ass, dude. Yeah. Like, dude, you got to talk in your mic, like you know what I mean.
I'm trying to drink right now.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, you're on a talking show. Sean is stoned. I've never seen him so far off the mic before. You should have seen in the wait, is it? I don't even know. I'm stoned too. I'm eating Renee's chocolates, and if you're watching the video show on Facebook, I'm taking dab after dab, and those chocolates are definitely creepers. But but Yes. So let's talk a little bit about why we're here. Now, Sex Pistols, of course, godfathers of British punk. Call them a boy band, if you will. But we were talking about a lot about the look.
I understand that.
A lot about the UK versus the US. Not who started it first. We know who started it first. The Ramones right here. But, I mean, it predates that, too. But let's not go down that rabbit hole. But the Sex Pistols definitely doing their own version of it. Definitely making it a little raunchier, a little safety pin filled. You know what I mean?
Right.
A little bit more outrageous with the clothing, a little bit more political.
Yeah, that's where
more
that's where
disrespectful.
The aesthetic came from the UK.
And a big part of that aesthetic was Sid Vicious. And now, I don't know. I always thought his real name was John Ritchie Simon. But me and Sean went on Wikipedia and it would say Simon John Ritchie. And I was like, I don't think his name. I think it's John Ritchie Simon.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows,
That's
internet land?
We both thought it was the other one. I don't know.
But Sid Vicious, he was born in 57. His mother was this woman named Annie, and she was just like a wreck. And she started doing dope. She had a couple, a lot of different men around Sid, and she may or may not have been turning tricks type deal. It was a rough upbringing, and his mom was a junkie. So Sid, he wasn't a junkie yet though, even though his mother was. You know what I mean? And he's going to school and everything. He starts hanging out with John Lydon, Johnny Rotten, the singer of the Sex Pistols, all right? And they're all a crew, you know what I mean? He gets the name Sid Vicious, actually. I didn't know this. The reason why, I thought it was for other reasons. John's hamster bites Sid Vicious, and because he got bit and the hamster's name was Sid after Sid Barrett, what's that, like
Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd, yeah. So Johnny Rotten has a hamster named after Sid Barrett who bit John Ritchie Simon, Sid Vicious's hand, thought it was funny, started calling him Sid Vicious because there were 4 Johns and things were very confusing, I would imagine.
Yes.
I get mad when there's 2 Andrews. 4 Johns all hanging out. A lot of Jessicas, by the way, too.
There are.
But,
That's a good point.
Yeah, but back to the Pistols.
Yes.
But so that's where the name Sid Vicious comes from. But Glenn Matlock was the bass player in the band, and Stevie Jones had his band with Paul Cook and Glenn Matlock, but then started hanging out with Malcolm McLaren, and Malcolm kind of took it over, started funding it. They started hanging out at Sex. Stevie Jones, a lot of people don't know this, was the original singer. The band was called Cutie Stevie Jones and his Sex Pistols. Okay, so I read Stevie Jones' biography.
This is all news to me.